Dunedin TV presents your local weekly morning show from delightfully different Dunedin. Featuring Justin Cataccio with Caitlin Hart. Including a musical performance by a local artist, an in-depth conversation with people in the know. This is Good Morning Dunedin.
This week on Good Morning Dunedin, Dunedin's History Museum Executive Director Vinnie Luisi talks about scaring up some fun for a new Halloween event at Andrews Memorial Chapel. Gary Baillie joins our show in the Art Corner segment, where we're helping to make Dunedin an art and cultural destination by highlighting local artists and artwork throughout our city. Lastly, the new rulers play us out from the Dunedin Brewery. Did you know? Dunedin's Halloween happenings started way back in 1937, when the PTA created the first costume parade held at the Halloween Carnival at the elementary school on Wood Street. All of this and more is coming up this morning on Good Morning Dunedin! Welcome back to your favorite little local morning show. I'm your host, Justin Cataccio, and I'm here with the crafty Caitlin Hart. So, we got a lot to talk about this morning, but first, let's catch up. Caitlin, anything new going on with you?
Not too much right now, just been working a lot. Other than that, I did get a new phone, so I'm very excited about that. I was definitely ready for an upgrade, still getting used to it. What about you, Justin?
Getting ready for Halloween
Yes.
and my tennis season, playing a little tennis, so.
We got our little Halloween inflatables up, so
Ooh,
those
yeah,
are cool.
nice. All right, so what's going on in the community corner, Caitlin?
The Dunedin Showcase Adult Theater is presenting Dead and Breakfast at the Dunedin Community Center. This sequel to the wildly popular For Better or Worse follows the misadventures of ace detective Nick Noor and his secretary bride Selma as they embark on their romantic honeymoon. Setting sail from Key West on their sailboat, they find themselves stranded on a Caribbean island with a group of interesting characters at the Jolly Roger Bed and Breakfast. This leads to storylines the audience is sure to enjoy. Showtimes are tonight and tomorrow night, October 9th and 10th at 7:30 p.m. Sunday at 3 p.m. for the early bird matinee. Tickets are available at the Community Center for only $10. Anchors away!
The Florida Gulf Coast Hope Spot Week is upon us. Last October, Dunedin became the international home base for the legendary Dr. Sylvia Earle's ocean-preserving organization, the Hope Spot. The Hope Spot Youth Summit with Dr. Sylvia Earle is this Saturday, October 10th at 3 p.m. Come join the legendary Dr. Sylvia Earle and her sidekick Shannon the Shark for an inspirational talk about the Florida Gulf Coast Hope Spot and protecting our waters. We'll be gathering questions for the upcoming panel discussion October 10th from 4 to 5:30 and Q&A with Dr. Sylvia Earle. The panel will be comprised of representatives from the Tampa Bay Estuary Program, Florida Aquarium, the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation, and the City of Dunedin. And again, that's October 10th, and we'll be collecting questions all week. You've got to register in advance for the webinar at DunedinGov.com. And here's Tracy Tippin from Blue Green Connections with more information.
Blue Green Connections is the organization that nominated the Hope Spot to the Florida Gulf Coast to be a Hope Spot, and we achieved that designation last year. We are here today celebrating the one-year anniversary of the launch of the Florida Gulf Coast Hope Spot. The City of Dunedin has proclaimed this week to be Hope Spot Week, and we're celebrating that with a series of events. We have lots of activities out on our website, activities that were given to us by all of the local organizations that are working to improve our Hope Spot.
Thanks, Tracy. Speaking of Sylvia Earle, she just got a nod from a local artist. Introducing Henry, the gopher tortoise, and Sylvia, the sea turtle, that will adorn the mural on the Curlew Water Tower. Now, the City Commission on September 15th awarded St. Petersburg Tom Stovall a $78,000 contract to create artwork on the 149-foot tower, which is at the southeast corner of Curlew Road and Bayshore Boulevard. The rendition of a gopher tortoise is named after Henry Scherer, a Swiss immigrant and nature lover who used to live on Caladesi Island. In 1892, to 1934. Now, the sea turtle is named after Sylvia Earle, the legendary oceanographer who was raised in Dunedin.
That sounds really amazing. I'm really excited to see how that's going to turn out. One of my favorite events has been canceled this year. Justin, can you guess what it is?
Oh no, don't tell me. Not Our Lady of Lourdes Fall Festival, is it?
Unfortunately, it is. Our Lady of Lourdes 2020 Fall Festival has been canceled due to COVID-19. So no Ferris wheel, no whirly rides, cotton candy, giant flea market, beer tent.
No beer tent?
No beer tent.
No footlong
elephant
corn
ears,
dogs.
Corn dog. The list goes on and on.
Oh man. That one spinny ride though, that makes my brain stick to the back of my head.
Gosh, are you talking about the Gravitron?
The Gravitron, the one that looks like a spaceship.
Yes.
I don't think there's a clip of this
I
in here.
have not been on that one in a while.
My daughter's
because
gonna
of that
miss
reason.
those games and rides, especially the big fun house with the mirror maze that I have to chase my kid through every year. And yes, my family goes every year, but for the first time last year, we actually got 2 goldfish, Puzzle and Essie. Sadly, they won't be getting any new friends this year. My plan was to get a new goldfish every year from that game where you toss the ping pong ball into the little goldfish.
Yes, I love
tanks.
that one.
Now my 8-year-old daughter, JC, wants to play that game, and the prize is a living creature. You know, you would need to get a borrowed fish tank from a friend. Thank you, Caitlin, for that. That upgrade to a 10-gallon tank when they get big. At any rate, the Fall Festival will return next October.
Let's hope nothing will cancel out this event next year.
It is a lot of fun. I really do love it.
Me too.
All right, what's next, Caitlin?
This year's new Frightening Fun Halloween event is on October 27th, 28th, and the 30th at Andrews Memorial Chapel. The Dunedin History Museum will be showing the silent film Legend of Sleepy Hollow, The Headless Horseman. For more details about the event, here's Vinnie Luisi, the Executive Director of the Dunedin History Museum, to tell us all about it.
Hey, Vinnie. All right, so what's going on over there?
Thanks, Justin. Good morning, Dunedin. We're here today at Andrews Memorial Chapel to tell you about an exciting new Dunedin History Museum event for Halloween. Again, all is COVID-19 safe, and we have that in mind. But let me tell you what we're doing. We're bringing you here at Andrews Chapel, built in the 1880s, and we're going to present an 1800s story for you from a silent movie from the 1922 period, from a well-known author that lived in those times called Washington Irving, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and The Headless Horseman. The trick on this is it's a silent movie. With our silent movie, you're going to see live sound effects with sound effects men and organists playing the music in the background and sounds going to replicate what's in the movie. Now we're going to have our sound effects man show and demonstrate some of the sounds you're going to hear in the silent movie as you're watching the show. Typical walking through the woods, going through leaves, bushes, you'll hear sounds. He'll hear the cracking of the whip on the stagecoach. And of course, you'll hear the prancing of the hoofs of the horses. And as he gets off the door, he's going to knock on the door. He'll be in the tavern having drinks and clicking glasses. And of course, we have some eerie sounds that you'll hear from the background. So you're watching a silent film, and our soundmen are producing the sound that will create the image and mood of the Halloween spirit. What you're going to see is 45 minutes of film and watch the sound effects men doing their thing. We have 3 shows. We have one on Tuesday, the 27th, Wednesday, the 28th, and a midnight showing on October 30th. The first 2 shows will start at 7:30 and go until 9. First hour is outside for a happy hour. We have wine, hot cider, water, and entertainment. We have a little bit of music and some photo ops for everybody. The midnight showing is for adults only. And I tell you, you want to guarantee to come that. We have special surprises for our adults, something that you won't forget after you come out of that theater. It will start at 11:30 for a half an hour, and then you come in at midnight for the show. All this is restricted to a certain amount of tickets. You can get your tickets, they're $15 per person, and you can get them at the DunedinMuseum.org website. First come, first serve. Remember, COVID-19, you must wear masks in the chapel while you're watching the film. Also, we want to say that we can have kids at the first two, but it's adults on the third night, the midnight showing. We want you to enjoy it, have a great time. It is going to be a super event. You'll see our sound effects, and we have that special event for adults on October 30th. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just remember, buy your tickets, limited amount of tickets, wear your mask at the event. The number to call for questions, 736-1176. Get your tickets at DunedinMuseum.org, $15 per ticket. You'll have a great time. You won't forget it. Back to you, Justin.
All right, thanks, Vinny.
That should be a killer time. Get it, Justin? Join us in my crafty corner, where we are going to show how to make trash safe for marine life when we return from a quick break. Stay tuned.
All right,
Welcome to Caitlin's Crafty Corner. Welcome, Justin.
thank you. And we're over here in Caitlin's Crafty Corner where we can't social distance, so we've got our masks on. So, yeah. All right, so what are we doing today, Caitlin?
So today isn't too much about crafts, but more about helping save the environment.
Oh, good. For
So-
like the Hope Spot.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a couple things here. We're gonna go over a couple different things. You wanna start with?
Sure, I'll start.
Okay.
So, I'm sure you're familiar with these. This is it's like a soda can ring, and they're made out of, kind of tough plastic that you can barely rip with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And, forever, ever since they made these things, I've been taught to get some scissors and cut all these rings so that marine life, your fish, your turtles, your seagulls, and down here especially your pelicans, don't get this caught around their neck and can't breathe and can't eat. So what you do, it's very simple. So you just want to cut all these little rings, and not just the four. Make sure you're getting into the very center where there's these little small ones. And this just takes a second. This is really so that if it doesn't get into the garbage and burnt up at the waste plant for energy here in Pinellas County, if it ends up in nature, it can be real issue. So when you get these home, cut them up, throw them away, and then bring your drinks in a cooler, your cans to the beach without this. So there's no chance it can end up in the ocean.
Or better yet, use cups. Use your reusable cups.
Sure.
Which leads to the next item.
Oh yeah.
So we have reusable straws. So reusable straws are obviously better than the plastic ones because it leads to reduced pollution, and it also, they're reusable, which means they're also washable. So if you just want like a stainless steel straw, you just take one of these little, it's almost like a little mini bottle cleaner.
It's
So,
a straw cleaner, I guess. It's
So
a
you
little pipe cleaner.
Yeah, you just put some soap and water and you just put it right through, clean it out.
I personally have a bunch of these, and
I do as well.
I don't tend to carry them around like I should.
I don't either. I do know a lot of restaurants are trying to go away with using plastic straws. Some restaurants here in Dunedin, you have to request for a straw, or they go on paper straws, or just trying to get rid of them in general. But paper straws is another option as well if you don't want to get any of the metal ones. But having
those
metal
can get all they can fall apart in your mouth.
Yeah, and that's why I prefer the metal ones. But I also have metal straws with little rubber tops. So if you don't like the metal.
Oh yeah, sure. Clinking on your teeth.
Yeah, so I actually have a few of those, and they actually bendy ones. So the metal is already bent, and then it has the rubber placement on top.
Okay, great.
I really like that. It's almost like having a little bendy straw, but reusable.
What else we got there?
I really like this one. This one is easy. This is a straw. It's portable. Put it in your backpack, your purse, your pocket even. When you're going out to a restaurant or wherever, you just take the top off. You pull out the straw. So it's a little tiny. This one actually has one of the little rubber tops on it. And then you just pull it out. So there's your straw. And you stick it in your drink. Yep. And they're also, I think, a little more elegant. So they're not so the plastic ones. You throw those away. But yeah, I like these. And then when you're done, you just fold it back up, put it back into your case. Doesn't make a mess in your purse, pocket, wherever you're gonna put it. And here it is.
Yeah, disposable straws are great, but it's like when I go to a restaurant, I go there so I don't have to get all these boxes and styrofoam, and I like going to restaurants for that reason. And the one thing, maybe besides the napkin, the one thing that's not reusable and they don't wash are the straws, and then they end up everywhere. So
yeah, so if they're improperly disposed of, like Justin was saying earlier with the rings that you have to cut up, is they make it into the oceans and lakes, and then the wildlife get a hold of them. So that's why people are trying to go away with those. Also, toxic chemicals are made while making those straws.
True.
They're put out in there. So that's good. That's why you should get a
reusable straw, everybody.
To
and
not let that happen
they're all over
anymore.
the place. You can sometimes even buy them from restaurants. I know the Patch downtown has those straws for sale.
Oh, and there's also one more thing. There is some rubber straws as well. So how it's really bendy. I have a few of these as well for my bigger cups, like my services. And I like these, like I said, with the rubber tops on the metal ones. So I have some of both. I really like them.
You clean those the same way with
you
one
do.
of these things.
So you just use one of those as well.
All right.
But yeah, so they're easy to clean. You can carry them with you. Less waste, long-term, cost-effective. So there's a lot of really good benefits on why you should use reusable straws compared to the throwaway plastic ones.
So if you don't have one, go get one. All right, Caitlin, I think it's time for birthdays, maybe.
Looks like it.
All right.
Thanks for joining us for today's craft. You can never do too much to save the planet, right? I hope you all do your part as well. It's time to hear some birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to Cindy. She's an amazing grandmother and mom and was one of the first young woman directors of a branch of the Associated Press in the 70s. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Doug. He works at the Caladisi Ferry. Happy birthday to my cousin Kylie. Carly turns 12 on Thursday and she likes to sing. Happy birthday to Tony. She loves the Tampa Bay Rays and is a big sister with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Tampa Bay. Happy birthday.
All right, well, happy birthday to everyone. It's time for our Art Corner guest, Gary Baillie. We caught up with Gary over at Bon Appetit restaurant, where he has just finished a wonderful new mural as part of the Love Downtown Dunedin mural campaign. Let's hear from Gary and check out this great new art.
My name is Gary Baillie, and I get involved with the Love Downtown Dunedin art project, which is taking 11 artists from the local community, and we've been painting murals around town and celebrating colour and the vibrancy of refreshing downtown Dunedin and beyond. My particular mural is what I painted at Bon Appetit on the waterfront there. And I painted a dolphin, the silhouette of a dolphin, and it's jumping up in the air, and it's got the sun behind it, and it's got all these beautiful vibrant colours, and a spoonbill is flying across the sky. It was a tad difficult to actually do because it's on a fence, it's on a metal fence, and there was all these slats in between, so it was a bit of a challenge. But the response that I've been getting from it has been just wonderful. Really happy that people are just, getting a kick, getting really nice thrill out of seeing this artwork down there. Well, I've been working in the decorative arts field for over 20 years. I work with various designers in and around the Tampa Bay area, and I've been known to travel far to go to different places too. I've worked with restaurant businesses, offices, creating their logos and entrance artwork. I just recently was asked to come back to restore this mural because this has been here for 6 years, and it was originally outside the building because this has been an addition which has been built on into this whole area because this used to be the porch. There was various cracks and damages done to it, so I was asked to come back and spice it up and tidy it up, and that's what I done, and it looks really nice and everybody loves it. Thank you very much. Well, I've done 2 murals at Lucky Lobster. You can't miss one of them. It's like this giant lobster sort of coming out of the ocean. It's like invasion of the giant lobsters, And I done their logo design on the Pinellas Trail. Jenkins Seafood Company down there on Douglas Avenue. They do fabulous food. I painted a mural in there. I painted a couple of, actually I painted 3 fish around their chimney. Art is a funny thing. It's probably one of the first things that our human species ever done. If you go back millions of years, at least hundreds of thousands of years, you see cave drawings. They felt like when they painted, say, a gazelle on the wall, and they painted the figure of them throwing a spear, they felt like that was them bringing it forth, bringing it into manifestation. So the manifestation aspect of art is not to be overlooked during these times, because we're going through some very challenging times and something has to change. I'm thrilled that I've been part of this whole project here in Dunedin. It's been amazing, really, and it's like turning it into something, reframing the situation, reframing the whole concept of things and saying, you know what, we can take these creative people and we can, they can come into this community and make it vibrant, make it more inviting, celebrate the artists, encourage the artists, and treasure them, because they shouldn't be trashed, that's for sure. Good morning, Dunedin.
Thanks, Gary. Everything looks amazing. There really are a lot of murals going up.
There really are a lot of murals. There's like a dozen new ones just this past month. Anyways, great show, everyone. Our musical guest this week is the New Rulers. First, I'd like to thank our guests Vinnie Luisi from the Dunedin History Museum, Gary Baillie in the Art Corner, and the New Rulers for that killer music you're about to hear. And of course you, wherever you are, for joining us. You can reach out to us on social media and share your story and your birthday. Please remember to be kind to one another and stay safe out there. Tracy. Caitlin, Vinnie, Gary, Sean.
Good morning, Dunedin.
Dunedin. And now, the New Rulers from the Dunedin Brewery.
Mistake my kindness for weakness when I welcome you into my home. Respect is given freely to those who come in peace, so don't think for a minute all agree to walk the path to Zion as one. Hey, yeah. Our deep and abiding faith will ease our heavy load. And Jah says we must be strong when we meet those who would do wrong. My right hand is the wolf, and my left hand is the rose. I will meet you with my left hand in the middle of the road. But if you stray from the path, the wolf will bring you home, bring you home, home.
Cheers, you guys. Thanks a lot for hanging out.